Hey, it's me, Ifnir. You like the idea of old games but don't have nostalgic to play them? Then this video is for you. Let's play Baldur's Gate. Let's start with character creation. Spend 45 minutes to roll. Don't worry about getting misophonic. It's the low rolls that will make you sick. If you're playing as a paladin, you will ideally want strength, constitution, and charisma. Nothing like persuading other to do bad or right. Either way, it can be the same. Time to be a Amazon delivery guy. And remember to look through every container. Nothing is too small to take except your life, which is just a quick load away. Talk to this lady, find a book in the hay among the cows, but don't ask why it's there. Get greeted by an assassin. Walk into another house, surprise, another assassin. Talk to this guy who wants to fight you. Kill some rats. Now be a courier, buy bolts at the tavern, get experience, or you can keep the coins. Find a monk in a red robe, then return to Mr. Green. He will put a spell on you and not in the way you may think. Help this man and his sick cow. Get an antidote potion and refrain from telling the exact reason why the cow is sick. Finally, talk to your stepfather. Leave the castle. Get ambushed, then watch as your stepfather get obliterated. Wait next morning, get stalked by some girl from the castle. Let her join your party. Now, go look for your stepfather, where you can either mourn your loss or loot his dead body. Walking over to the exit, we recruit Montaron and Xzar because making terrible life choices is what adventurers do. Xzar, a full-blown lunatic who knows he's crazy, and Montaron, the quiet, brooding type who looks like he's plotting your murder at all times. It's like getting into a relationship with someone who has red flags waving in 4K. But instead of running, you think, yeah, I can fix them. And if we can't, we go for cigarettes. Anyways, they once investigate a mine, but we convince them make a detour to the Friendly Arm Inn. Now, as we travel, we meet this old man, who's like any elder, lost, confused, and the excessive talker. We quickly skip the entirely conversation and head out north. Finally, we're at Friendly Arm Inn. First thing is to check out the tree to the east and find a magic ring. Before we enter the castle, we are greeted with a mage that wants to kill us, so I hope you're seeing a pattern by now. Over at the corner are Jaheira and Khalid, a match made in heaven. We recruit them and continue upstairs. There we'll talk to someone who somehow managed to get 4 giant spiders into their house, and another one who wants us to get rid of an ogre that has a fetish for belts. I can't even make a joke up for this. Moving along, we are going to Beregost. First, we're going to Felder Post's Inn. There's a bully who tells us to get out, and of course no one should tell us what to do, so we kill him. Upstairs is a man who carries a cloak. We can try to pickpocket and fail, then resort to killing him. We already killed one guy who didn't deserve it. What's stopping us now? To the right of the inn stands a house, apparently invaded by 4 giant spiders. Remember to retrieve a pair of boots and a bottle of wine, and a spider body. We'll need them later on. Onward to the Jovial Juggler, where we meet Bjornen, who's been beaten up by some half-ogres. A dwarf who wants you to retrieve a cloak of non-detection. And a lady you can sell bandit scalps to. Further up the streets, we'll talk to Garrick. He wants us to help his mistress in distress and kill 3 men who's after her. However, it seemed to be all a setup to get 3 innocent men murdered. The best course of action is to see through the lies and kill her. Sadly, Garrick dies. Unfortunate, but that's fate doing us a favor. Next to Garrick's soon-to-be rotten corpse is the Red Sheaf Inn, where we can expect another assassin. After the battle, there's a particular drunk peasant who sings a familiar song.
Asleep all night and a work all day. He's a lumberjack.
You remember Mr. Green? He has a house here. Talk to him and he'll ask you to pick up a book for him. You can get it from the Felder Post's Inn. In return, you get a book. About the Wither, you know, that Wither. The Wither. There's also a shop owned by a Kagan, an exemplary tanky dwarf. He wants us to locate a caravan. I don't really care, I'm just going to recruit him anyways and rob his shop. In the business world, people aren't people, they're assets. And an asset's worth only as much as its usefulness. Either way, he's replaceable. Finally, it's time to go down the mine. We're going on the road again. First, we fight 2 half-ogres. As we travel further south, we encounter a group of hobgoblins. Next to them is a very unlucky family. Let's loot them and find a necklace. Don't sell it, we're going to need it later on. After that, we'll continue south. Now we're at Nashkel. We will go over to the Major, and he will tell us the trouble they have with the mines. Now to the moment we all have been waiting for. We recruit Minsk, a fan favorite and beloved goofy, over-the-top brain-damaged ranger, so obsessed with smiting evil that even the paladin has to tell him to dial it back. But even with his extreme obsession to keep him in our group, he wants us to save his witch. But before we do that, let's go to church and identify anomalies. Remember the guy we couldn't pickpocket? Well, he dropped this cloak. It's very good at charming people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, boy. That's it.
And while we're at it, go to this inn. It's another assassin. Now let's help Minsk finding his witch. We go to the west. We travel and travel some more until we come to a bridge where we can either fight 2 half-ogres or pay them 100 coins. I choose to pay, because I just want to get the witch ASAP. At this place, you will encounter some gnolls and svart. Easy to kill. At this hole, you will find the witch. Recruit her and let's get out of here. We go back to Nazkel and immediately to the mine. But before we enter, we need to check out the tree, which has a frost wand for us. On the next episode, we will enter the mine. Thank you for watching for this long.